just carry through the Y. Now we can see that the player is accelerating and decelerating according to an acceleration of 5 meters per second. So up here we have our gravity constant, we have our acceleration constants, we have initial vertical velocity, and also we have a maximum vertical and horizontal velocity. The reason we have these is because in the physics equations for acceleration, there is no limit to how far or how fast you can go. So we have to add into the game certain statements that say, well, we can't go faster than this because that is not humanly possible, or even able to be done by the processor. Because eventually you will get to the speed at which the character will go across like 500 screens at one time. That's not good. All right, so let's just have another look through this code. We have the program asking whether or not we're jumping. Once it's determined that we are jumping, then it's going to check to see if the character is still above the floor. If he's not above the floor, then it's going to stop the character from moving by setting the velocity to 0 and then resetting the player's position to the same position as the floor. Then we also have our maximum velocity here, just to make sure the character isn't jumping any faster than he should be, and making sure we don't have any Supermans in the game. And then finally, we're setting the position for the Y components using the equation of velocity equals velocity times time, and then adding a pixel modifier to it for the pixels to make that 1 meter. Now, ways we can change this. Let's say we want him to be able to run faster. We can change our maximum horizontal velocity to 10 meters per second. Now when he starts running, he now go much faster. And it will jump. Now, jumping. If we wanted to make him be able to jump higher, we would change the gravity constant. So, no, we'll leave that one. We'll try it a different way now. First, we'll try by changing the initial vertical velocity. Let's make him jump at 10 meters per second. So now we can go much higher. And again, we have our nice little boundary checks to make sure he doesn't run out of the walls. So essentially, he's trapped in a glass cage. I'm dead.
Make him be 20.
20 meters per second?
20 feet in his head.
Thank you, Superman. Okay, initial, vertical, let's make that. No, that would be too good. And in case you didn't notice, we do have our X position, our Y position, our horizontal velocity, and our vertical velocity. We print it out up here so that we can see where he is at all times. Now, another important feature of this game. Say we want to make him jump, but we want to know what his velocities are at one point. Like, for example, right there, when he goes off the screen. We have a pause button on this game. So I can go and say, right there. We now have a horizontal velocity of 0 meters per second and a vertical velocity of 15 meters per second. No idea why that's 0. Let's see. Let's see. We're starting right here. Let's see how goes back down there.
He's a